He went in the Popemobile the day before he passed. I didn't realize that. What's cooler than the Popemobile?
You think it has cup holders?
Definitely, Josh. What would you have in your Popemobile?
Oh, man. I would have a soda gun. Like,
Ooh.
look at the bar. I'm making Shirley's for the followers.
Yeah. So fun. And now all that I can think of from our earlier conversation is AI. One day, Josh, you're going to think you're seeing the Pope in the Popemobile, but it's going to be a hologram.
Two Jews, both big and tall, no subject too small for the good guys. A Mother's Dream premium podcast team, make it your weekly routine. It's a Good Guys. And if you don't give us 5 stars, what are you nuts? What are you nuts? Yeah, we're the good guys, we're not the great guys. We're just the good guys. Whoa.
Look at those calves. Look at those ankles. It's short season, baby.
It's short season. We're looking at 77 degrees, Josh, in New York City, and 87 degrees in this studio. I'm smoking hot. It's so warm. Windows open. That said, Josh, I'm just so happy to be here with you on this fine, gorgeous day. You're looking svelte as ever.
Really? Thanks.
Yeah, I think it's the all black, but I'll still give you credit.
No, I mean, listen, I'm on a journey, and where that journey takes me, who knows? But every day I wake up at around 5:45 a.m. I roll out of bed. I curse my children because they've awoken me. And I look in the mirror and I bite my bottom lip as such. And I look at myself in my Nordstrom Rack Calvin Klein underwear and I say, not bad, Josh. Not bad.
It's hot. It's hot.
I know it is.
It's hot. So talk to me about Nordstrom Rack Calvin Klein underwear. Are we buying it with holes? Are we finding that it is ill-fitting? Like what exactly? There's something wrong with it. It's obviously a manufacturer's defect. So I'm just curious, do you know what's wrong with it? Is it pre-worn?
First of all, you're a manufacturer's defect right now. Your attitude is a defect. Don't put that negativity on my Nordstrom Rack, okay? On my NR. All right.
All I know is that I went to Nordstrom Rack, I think in California.
You did, right by my house, because you forgot your luggage.
Everything. I forgot everything.
It's the most Ben thing ever. I just imagine Ben at the carousel like, wait, where's mine?
And I remember I went to Nordstrom Rack and I bought this like nice long sleeve waffle shirt. But Josh, this was tight on the hips. It was a manufacturer's defect. So I ask again, what's wrong with the underwear?
Okay, so these Calvin Kleins, they come in two. And I figured out why I can get the kind that I like, which is the perfect modal. I think it's like 90% cotton, 8% elastine, 2%. Your guess is as good as mine. And it's the colors. They don't come in black. They only come in. This is what I have. What?
This is what are you nuts? What color is your underwear?
I have to do some searching. So there is the sky blue red. I don't do those.
Whoa.
I draw the line.
Whoa.
Red underwear? Are you kidding me? Am I cheating on my wife? That's nuts.
No. Red underwear is for a very, very, it's honestly for sadists. Like that's what it is. It's insane. Red underwear is insane.
It's insane. But they have a pair that one pair is gray and the other pair is a navy blue. And that's what I get.
Navy blue completely works.
I agree.
Completely works. I don't like gray for the same reasons that I don't like white. I don't want to see it. I get it. It's happening. I don't need to see it. I don't need to take off my underwear and see sweat from the day. That's yucky. I take off my nice black or a navy blue. No problem at all. Josh, this does have me thinking, though, the next time you see a sale, maybe it's on that fire engine red, bring it home, dye it black.
That's an idea. I can't say no to a sale. I'm sale crazy. Last night, I was dumpster diving at my local supermarket for sale items. They keep it in the back near the bathrooms. I got 3 packs of seltzer water, Pellegrino seltzer water, half off.
Lovely.
I got some of our friend of the show, even though he doesn't know it, Logan Paul's Prime powder, because I like to add it for a little coconut watery taste in my workout water when I'm not doing Element, Baruch Hashem. And and then I almost bought diapers, but I drew the line.
So I have a question. When you're shopping in the sale item of a grocery store, you're checking expiration dates, right?
You have to, because then you might have played yourself.
You might have played yourself. Yeah, you just bought that Prime half off, but it's going to take half off your life. So I don't know if saving the $7 is worth it. Like the sale items, I love a Pellegrino sale. That's unheard of. This stuff could last an entire war, right? No problem.
Yes.
But I don't know. Like you're not buying discounted milk. You're not buying any discounted perishables, right?
No. In the dairy department, there are some discounted items, but they tend to be seasonal.
You're like, it's complicated.
Hear me out.
My relationship with discounted dairy is complicated.
For many years before I started to become flush with funds from social media, I only bought sneakers from something called Joe's New Balance Discount Warehouse.
Wow. Is that a website?
Yeah,
is that like Is that like an East Bay? Do you remember East Bay?
Oh, bro, the East Bay catalog.
East Bay was sick. You don't know ill until you know East Bay. That's where I got my Latrell Sprewells with the wheel on East Bay. That was cool. Sick. So cool.
And it was a hardy catalog. It was a thick catalog.
It was gorgeous. It was absolutely gorgeous. I'm just saying, something died when we lost East Bay. Like, I don't know. I want to peruse. I want to see. I want to flip through a hard binder and pick out my shoes.
I think Amazon does this now, but it used to be, remember during the holidays, you would get the Toys R Us catalog, like of all the sort of holiday toys, and you'd circle and you'd be like, I want all these. And your mom would be like, we're broke. And I'd be like, that's a you problem.
Yeah, we're just like missing a lot of that physical. Right, Josh? Like I miss just, everything is so easy. Add to cart is so easy. All of this stuff. I love Amazon. Big Amazon guy, no question. If I can shop it, I'm going to shop it on Amazon. That said, it would be nice to just, I don't know, be able to try things on. Retail's dying. It's all dying, Josh. We're moving towards AI showing us what we'd look like in a shirt, and I just don't like it. I don't like it.
Yes, my boy Stevie Mack, shout out Stevie. I think he wouldn't mind me saying that he is a robust 60-year-old man. He's beautifully proportioned. And he told me he's an actor, comedian, very talented guy. And he said, listen, I got a gig with Walmart. I said, yeah, boy, what are we doing? He goes, I'm going into their studio, and they're just going to take pictures of me in a bunch of different clothes. And then I'm going to be the AI example for slightly portly cuties. And I was like, I hope they're paying you $1 million because they're basically never going to need you again.
Yeah, ever. Once they've scanned you, you're done. We're done. That's it. Wow. No more.
Crazy.
I don't know if we're ready for the AI conversation. It's too scary. It scares the shit out of me. Like these scammers, it was honestly going to be my what are you nuts? It's not AI, but these scammers are out of control. I'll do a second what are you nuts later. Josh, I got a text today.
Tell me.
I got a text saying your Apple or your credit card was used on Apple Pay at the Apple store. Call us to confirm it was you. And of course, I'm thinking to myself, oh, there's fraud. And then I realize this didn't come from Chase. This came from a random number. This can't be true. I checked my credit cards, whatever, and it wasn't there. That message going to my dad, he's giving them his social security number.
Right.
Like 1,000%. And these scammers, they're too sophisticated. It used to be like, hi, I'm Kumar in Washington, D.C., and I need you to pay me $200 to make sure that your name doesn't show up on this list. Now it's, There's an Apple Pay charge at the Apple Store on your Apple Watch. It's like so specific.
Right.
And so just like they know us and they know what could be true. And this is my fear with AI, that the same thing is going to happen, bringing it full circle. That you're going to get, they could do a ransom video, Josh. You get a ransom video. Your mother is now AI'd. She's being held hostage by pirates in the Bahamas. And if you don't send them 200 grand, they're going to throw her off the ship. Was it really her? No. Are you sure? Like,
Right.
Is it worth calling her and wasting time in case it's her? It's so scary. It's so scary. Yes, that's an extreme example of your mother being held captive in the Bahamas via pirates, but this is AI. It's very scary.
I told my mother, in the age of AI, there's a chance that someone, I mean, God knows from this podcast, you could copy my voice easily, right?
Easily.
I said, there's a chance that someone could call you one day sounding like me, asking you for X amount of money because whatever, I'm in trouble. I need to get bailed out of jail. I was like, so we need to have a code word so that you'll know that it's really me. And she said, don't worry, they're not getting anything by me. Barbara, the bank is secure. Now, excuse me, I have my friend, the president of Nigeria, on the other line. I'll call you back. I'm like, Mom! No! It's bad, dude. It's bad.
It's bad. No, it's real and it's bad. I know I've told you the story about my dad getting cast for a food show. Like, Dad, there's no tape on you. How are you being cast? There's nothing public on you. Why you're not gonna be in
me, Benjamin.
you're not gonna be in the next season of Gordon Ramsay.
You're a player hater, Benjamin.
I love that my dad is Shaq.
Why can't you be happy for me, Benjamin?
Did
You're
you
threatened
see
by me, Benjamin.
Did you see last night, speaking of Shaq?
There's no shame in my game, Benjamin. Sorry.
This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at OpenPhone. Folks, if you're running a business, you know that every time you miss a call, you're leaving money on the table. What are you, nuts? When every customer conversation matters, you need a phone system that keeps up and helps you stay connected. That's why you need OpenPhone. OpenPhone is the number one business phone system that streamlines and scales your customer communications. It works through an app on your phone or computer. So no more carrying two phones or using a landline. What is this, 1980? With OpenPhone, your team can share one number and collaborate on customer calls and texts, like a shared inbox. That way, any teammate can pick up right where the last person left off, keeping response times faster than ever. Okay, we all have that person who goes out of office and never responds. This is a solution to that. We don't need you responding because we have a shared inbox, folks. Plus, with AI-powered call transcripts and summaries, you'll be able to automate follow-ups, ensuring you never miss a customer interaction again. So whether you're a one-person operation drowning in calls and texts, or have a large team that needs better collaboration tools, OpenPhone is absolutely a no-brainer. See why over 50,000 businesses trust OpenPhone to manage their business's calls and texts. So folks, OpenPhone is offering our listeners 20% off your first 6 months at openphone.com/goodguys. That's OpenPhone.com/goodguys. And if you have existing numbers with another service, OpenPhone will port them over at no extra charge. OpenPhone, no missed calls, no missed customers. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Fatty15. Folks, aging is totally normal, okay? But not doing anything about it, that's a what are you nuts? Are you getting poor sleep? Are you tired? Do you have stiff joints? You don't want to do anything about it. You just want to walk around complaining all day? Like me before Fatty15, that's right. It's important to stay young, but it's more important to feel young. Am I right? And that's why I'm so excited here to share with you guys that C15 from Fatty15 is the first essential fatty acid to be discovered in more than 90 years. They went digging for gold and they struck it. It's an incredible scientific breakthrough to support our long-term health and wellness. And you guessed it, aging and longevity. Fatty15 co-founder Stephanie Van Watson discovered the benefits of C15 while working with the U.S. Navy to continually improve the health and welfare of aging dolphins. How amazing is that? Based on over 100 studies, we know that C15 strengthens our cells and is a key longevity-enhancing nutrient, which helps to slow biological aging at the cellular level. In fact, when our cells don't have enough C15, they become fragile and age faster. And when our cells age, our bodies age too. This eventually led to studies finding the first new nutritional deficiency in 75 years called cellular fragility syndrome, caused by a lack of essential fatty acid C15. As many as 1 in 3 people worldwide may have low C15 levels and cellular fragility syndrome and not know it. Folks, Fatty15 is clinically proven to raise C15 levels, resulting in lower cholesterol levels, healthier liver function, improved gut microbiome health, and improved red blood cell health within 3 weeks. What more do you need to hear? Fatty15 is on a mission to optimize your C15 levels to help you live healthier and longer. You can get an additional 15% off their 90-day subscription starter kit by going to fatty15.com/goodguys. That's FATTY, like me, 15.com/goodguys, and using code goodguys at checkout. Did you see the last night Shaq walked off NBA on TNT because he had to make diarrhea?
No.
Yeah.
That's called fuck you money.
He abruptly leaves like with stomach pains and comes back. Unbelievable.
Good.
Oh.
He's accomplished too much to sit anywhere with bubble guts.
Shaq is so unbelievably rich.
Mm-hmm.
He's so successful. He was so smart. Like the playbook on how to take your money and 10x it over a lifetime. Whoever set Shaq up, maybe it was Shaq. I think I just read he owns like 400 different types of franchises. Or he owns 5 different types of franchises, but 400 of them. Like 100 Wingstops, 100 KFCs. The guy is a genius.
So smart. What if you could own any franchise, what franchise would you own?
Oh, that's
Olivia,
a really
feel free
good.
to jump in here.
It's a really good question. I think right now I would own Jersey Mike's. I think that Jersey Mike's is the sub above, and Subway really they're never gonna sponsor us. Okay, let's just call a spade a spade.
Sure,
they're
sure.
dying. They're
Sure.
one-legged. They're on their last leg. I walked into Subway. I think I'm gonna get mugged.
But
And like I don't know what's going on with their tuna. Is their tuna real? Is their tuna dog? Subway's gone. There's no competitors to Jersey Mike's, Josh. What Firehouse Subs? What Quiznos? There's nothing. So Jersey Mike's, you put it in a beautiful, beautiful location. The Jersey Mike's on the Upper East Side, Josh, would kill. I'm all in.
I understand your love and appreciation of New Jersey Michaels, but let me ask you this. Isn't it replicating a New York East Coast sub that you can get in most places in the city? Why would you go there?
In bodegas, for sure. You're absolutely right. I would never open my Jersey Mike's in Manhattan.
Right.
You are 1,000% right. But I would open my Jersey Mike's somewhere that didn't have access to premium sandwiches on every corner for half the price via the bodega.
Right.
So I'm happy that we chatted this through before I before I started building, before I broke ground. What would be your franchise?
Okay, it's hard, right? Because you could do the half Pizza Hut, half Baskin Robbins just for the clientele. You know you're going to get some fun people in there.
I love it. I completely forgot about the people, those stores when you walk in and it's 50% Baskin Robbins and 50% Dunkin' Donuts. Unbelievable.
That is
like
fun.
This is like shared real estate is underappreciated and underutilized. Continue.
Although I do think having a chain gas station would be fun, like a Wawa gas station or a Buc-ee's. Could you imagine if you owned a Buc-ee's?
Especially because you get free gas.
Sick. Really sick. And then you could hang out with truckers and prostitutes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're your boys.
Yes.
Joshy Prostitute. That's your new name.
Yes.
King of the hose.
Lot lizards. That's what they call them. What would you have, Olivia?
I was just thinking about it, and I think in a similar vein, I'm going to go with a Waffle House franchise. Open 24 hours. The clientele is a wide range. You've got people pulling off the highway on a road trip. You've got truckers. You've got kids after like homecoming going there for a bite. That's what I did, at least, because I didn't get invited to parties. But yeah, Waffle House all the way. And it's utilized as a determining factor of natural disasters in the U.S. if a Waffle House is open or closed. So I'd be in with the National Weather Service.
Wow. So it's owned by Jews. Who knew?
Yep.
Not me. I didn't know.
I could see
That's
that.
news to me. Yeah. News to me.
Just in my experience, if I see like a lovely Southeast Asian owner of said franchise I'm in, I know the quality, the cleanliness, and just the overall heart that's going to get put into my meal is going to be top tier.
Through the roof.
Right?
Couldn't agree more. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Shout out.
1,000%.
Shout
Shout out to the Southeast Asian community of franchisees. Shout
Gorgeous
out.
people.
Okay? Absolutely. Shout out. Josh, I asked you recently if we could record on Monday. You said, Ben, what are you nuts? It's Easter. I always thought that Easter Sunday was a thing. You're telling me we also have a Monday and we also have a Good Friday? This is a long weekend. And then after you answer that question, I would love to know, how was the hunting? Did Max and Shy go find eggs? What did we do on Easter? How was it?
Tell me this, and Olivia, weigh in here. I might have been a little meshuggah saying that, except when there is a Sunday holiday, when a federal holiday falls on a Sunday, which Easter's a federal holiday, it's a bank holiday, right?
Yep.
Then they tend to honor it the next day. Now, I have been beaten up by these agencies, these Hollywood agencies, that they take off, oh my God, any bank holiday. I'm like, really? You took off President's Day? Like,
No.
what? You know,
No.
you represent, Joel McHale. Like, you need a break? You're not exactly at the teller 9 hours a day. But I think most places were open yesterday. Was Dear Media open, Olivia?
Yeah, we were open yesterday.
Sorry,
Sorry,
Ben.
Apologies.
That's fine. This is a wonderful time to record. I was just curious. You're like, Ben, what are you, nuts? Recording on Easter? I'm like, I thought Easter was on Sunday. I'm trying to be respectful.
We did have Friday off. We had Good Friday off. Other places had yesterday off. I don't know where the line was
and
drawn
schools
on that.
were closed. So
Yes.
I probably should have just said Max is home, so it'd be easier to do it the next day.
So walk me through Easter, though. And Olivia, I want to know what you did as well. Just talk to me about Easter. Let's start on Good Friday. We're eating a ton of fish. What happens then throughout the weekend?
What does happen? I don't know what happens on Good Friday.
I grew up Christian, so we didn't do as much of the not Catholic, the fish fry stuff. So it was more just you go to church on Sunday, you celebrate the fact that he's risen, he died for your sins. You do a nice Easter luncheon. If there are kids around, you do the Easter egg hunt. Somebody dresses up as a bunny rabbit. It's a nice day outside,
And where do the eggs and rabbits come from?
I have no idea.
What, should we check?
Yes.
I would love to just know, where does the Easter egg hunt come from? By the way, this is a beautiful tradition. Okay. I think it's lovely. I love the Easter eggs, even though RFK is coming for our dyes. So we're going to have to use beets, even though he's coming for our dyes. But we have our Easter egg hunt, the Easter bunny. I don't understand where the rabbit comes from, and I don't understand the association between the rabbit. Rabbits don't lay eggs. This would make more sense if maybe it was an Easter duck, Josh, and you were hunting for the duck's eggs, right? What is the correlation between the bunny and the egg?
I'm not finding a correlation for the bunny and the egg at the moment, but I did just find that Easter egg hunts themselves originate from Germany, and it's suspected that the Protestant reformer Martin Luther organized egg hunts for his congregation. Supposedly, that's the first one.
Unser, we're going to find the egg over there. Unser, I can't wait to find the little egg and break it open, see what little surprise I'm having.
Oh, I love a Kinder Egg. What's more delicious? What's more delicious than that? You open it up, you get a little toy that you throw away, and you eat all the chocolate.
Unser Gustav, I have a couple of jelly beans. Uncle Martin want to eat with you. Oh, boy.
And Uncle Martin's now in prison. And what about the bunny? Like, what's the deal?
It says the origins of Easter eggs and the Easter bunny are a blend of pagan and Christian tradition. Eggs and hares have long been symbolic of fertility and new life, and these symbols became associated with the Christian holiday of Easter.
Got it. And Easter is the welcoming of spring?
No, it's the resurrection.
It's just the resurrection. Because I'm thinking of fertility. Okay. All right. Very good.
Yeah.
Now we know.
Born
now
again?
We know. Born again. Okay. Okay. Yes. Born again. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Mack Weldon. Folks, the weather, it's weird, okay? In New York, one day it's 40, the next day it's 70. Today I'm wearing shorts, tomorrow I'll be wearing a puffer. You need a place where you can get everything and more. And that place, folks, I'm happy to tell you, is Mack Weldon. Because Mack Weldon has everything you need to stay cool, comfortable, and stylish regardless of the temperature. Their new Tech linen line, that's right, Tech linen, folks, combines the easy charm of classic linen with Cool Max technology to help you look and feel your best all season long. This is a game changer, folks, because linen, traditional linen, it's not it. That said, linen with Cool Max technology, that is fantastic. Explore polos, sweaters, hoodies, and more at MackWeldon.com and get 25% off your first order with code GOODGUYS. Folks, I absolutely love their polos. I recently received their Cool Max linen. Oh, this polo is it. I wear it around. I wear it all the time. I wear it all the time because it's so comfortable, keeps me cool, keeps me dry. It's absolutely amazing for warm weather. I highly recommend it. But if that's not for you, go to MackWeldon.com and scroll any of their styles. They have something for absolutely everyone. But you should really check out the Tech linen line. It's really so cool. It is so unbelievably high tech. And folks, looking confident doesn't have to mean calling attention to your clothes. Mack Weldon balances classic pieces with updated details to keep you looking sharp. They're not just flashy, they're classic, always in style, and made from the world's most comfortable performance materials. Mack Weldon clothes are fantastic. They look just like regular clothes, but they feel so unbelievably comfortable, and it's this classic look. Aren't you looking to be classic, sophisticated, and cozy? Yeah, well, that is the Mack Weldon way. Everything is breathable, including underwear that keeps you cool and dry. I'm telling you, you need your nether regions cool, and that's what Mack Weldon can do for you. So give your closet a breath of fresh air for spring by going to MackWeldon.com and getting 25% off your first order of $125 or more with promo code GOODGUYS. That's MackWeldon.com, promo code GOODGUYS today. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by Koala couches. There are a lot of awesome things that have come out of Australia. Okay, folks, maybe the Hemsworth brothers, Uggs. You know how much I love Uggs? The Crocodile Hunter. But my new favorite Aussie export that's finally available in the US is the Koala sofa bed, because folks, this is a sofa bed that is comfortable. This is a sofa bed that is gorgeous. The colors are fantastic. The quality is high. And there's literally nothing cooler than inviting a friend over to sleep over and having a perfectly amazing sofa bed. One that they look at and they're like, oh, I would love to sleep on this. Well, folks, that is the Koala sofa bed because it's seriously comfortable. Koala makes the most comfortable mattresses, and the sofa beds actually use their mattress technology inside. They're not just throwing some random mattress that's going to break. We've all slept on a bad sofa bed. This is the polar opposite. Beautiful colors. Inspired by Aussie Outback, Koala delivers Instagram-worthy color options. No sad beige or millennial gray here. What are you, nuts? No uncomfortable metal frames. Tool-free assembly. Perfect for small spaces. There's no need for a guest room because Koala sofa bed comes in 3 sizes. Where else are you going to get multiple sizes, folks, but Koala? It's eco-friendly and ethical, and there's fast shipping with free returns, no restocking fees. How annoying is that? You order something and comes you don't like it, you have to pay a restocking fee? No, not with them. They understand that your money is important to you. And they have a 120-night risk-free trial, nearly 4 months to make sure that it's the perfect fit for your home. What more do you need to hear? Upgrade your space with the most stylish, customizable, and elevated sofa bed on the market today. To get $100 off your new sofa plus fast shipping, go to us.koala.com/good. It's us.koala.com/good to get $100 off your new sofa. Koala. Comfy, easy, sustainable. All right, so we eat lunch. We probably have a holiday ham. We go for an Easter egg hunt. We have a beautiful Easter bunny. I'm not going to lie. Trump's bunny was very frightening. I don't know if you saw it.
I didn't.
This was a scary bunny. I actually think it was an AI bunny. Next time later, go look on Trump's Instagram and they did a picture and then there's a bunny. This is a scary big rabbit in a rabbit suit. I didn't like it at all. And then the Pope died. Right after he met JD Vance. What do we think about that?
I mean, Trump never ceases to impress, but I love that even on one of the highest holy days, he writes out a Truth Social post that said, "Happy Easter, even to the left-wing lunatics." He never misses a moment.
It's so good.
Oh
It's just pure comedy. But the Pope, rest in peace. I just found out, his name, maybe this is just me being completely ill-informed. I did not know that his actual name was not Francis. He just picked that.
Right. Remember?
His name is not...
Didn't you watch Conclave?
Conclave, yes. But I didn't put two and two together until now. Yeah, he just picked Francis. Also, what are the odds? A movie like Conclave comes out, everybody gets educated on the process, and then Pope Francis passes away. May his memory be a blessing. Yeah. Sayonara. What do you know?
Unbelievable. I give him a lot of respect for being, from what I understand, a very progressive Pope, and overall just like a cutie patootie.
It seems that way. He died in a rather robust form, which I can appreciate. Yeah. And he became one of us. I think towards the end he was just like, yeah, just give it all to me. I'll eat all the Easter eggs. I'll eat the rat. I'll take all the rabbit.
Yeah, popes I feel like the overly religious. I've heard this. I don't know if Ari Shaffir talked about this, but with when you're ultra orthodox, I guess what's the Haredis and the there's another one that not
Hasidics,
but not like Lubavitch, like Haredi, or there's one more Satmar.
Yes.
Extreme.
As
far to the end as you can get, which in theory you could say that's, if you're a pope, it's as religious as one could get.
Sure.
That they start to look at exercise almost like it's a deviation from God, or like as a waste of energy, because you could be studying Torah or whatever the Catholic equivalent is to that. I never see a ultra religious person in great shape.
It's funny. I think that they just stick out like a sore thumb, the ones that aren't, but there's nothing in the Torah that says that, honestly, you should be in great shape. There are plenty of religious people that are in great shape, but I will say that the Chassids that have some junk in the trunk definitely stand out. So it's probably why.
Yeah.
But I would hope that the Pope would exercise, needs longevity. But yeah, that is interesting, thinking about the Pope waking up in the morning getting gains.
Right,
the Pope
or having
just
a walking pad.
Pope just on his back benching 320. That would be a little anti-Pope.
Right, Pope Francis with his lentil soup taking a shot of creatine.
It would be anti. And now that I'm thinking about your comment, I also agree. The more religious you are, I guess that your obsession with your own body and the way that it looks would be a little bit anti-God, right? But taking care of yourself would be in the image of God, I don't know, Josh.
I mean, you only hear about this in the negative, but when you hear about people who grew up ultra, the most extreme cases of orthodoxy, that they get to a certain age, 9-10 years old, where many of the equivalent academic classes you would take in a secular school are removed, because they're you don't even need to know all that. You just need to know religious text, right?
Yeah, and then they end up getting a job within the family business, and you know what I mean? It's just a different life. It's just a completely different life.
Well, should we get to some stories? Oh, I didn't really tell you. Easter was great.
Yeah, tell me about Easter. Tell me about Easter.
All of the major, there's really, if you think about it, us Jews, we got plenty of holidays, and the Catholics really, or the Christians, it's really Easter and Christmas. These are the marquees. And it's just so lovely when people do it right, and they sort of get down to what the holiday is all about, which is just basically like eating, being thankful, and being around family. So we went to my wonderful brother-in-law's family's house. Shout out Will and his beautiful family. And I'm so Jewish. I didn't even think about an Easter egg hunt. I said, so we'll eat and then we'll go. And then all of a sudden, one by one, my wonderful mother-in-law, Will's aunt, his mother, they've made these beautiful Easter baskets. My wife made beautiful ones for the kids. And so the kids are like overflowing with they're all filled with great little $5 and $10 tchotchkes. And then they do this Easter egg hunt. It's unbelievable. They're getting Reese's. They're getting Kit Kats. They're getting cold hard cash. This was very fun.
So fun. When I think of Easter, I also think of a hunt. Do people go hunting on Easter? Like maybe a nice duck hunt? I'm sure that's difficult in Southern California, but in general, I would envision, you take out the hound, you go hunt your duck,
Quail.
bring it
You
back.
wouldn't hunt duck because the duck season ends at the end of January.
See, this
They're
is the information
migrating.
that I need. This is the information that I needed. But so quail, we're
Maybe
hunting quail.
other small fowl.
Understood. Okay. Yes. Another small fowl species. Yes.
Yeah,
Where
quail, pigeon.
Yes. Where are the ducks migrating to, Josh? Because perhaps we could hunt them on their way.
Flyovers.
Find out their route and hunt them on the fly.
Yes. Poison them.
Yes.
They're going north.
Yes. Okay. So we're going to do this duck hunt in Canada.
I'd love to, please.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm in. I'm just saying I'm organizing next Easter Sunday. I'm organizing a beautiful duck hunt. We're going to do it in Quebec. We're all going to wear nice outfits and it will be excellent.
Listen, you, me, a shotgun, a St. Bernard in Regina, fucking count me in, brother.
I'm so in.
In Newfoundland?
And maybe we can get somebody to do something cute on Etsy for our rifles. Maybe a cute like a cute Easter themed rifle.
You pastel
Yeah.
blue. We go dressed in the Dumb and Dumber suits. Absolute kooks. Okay,
I'm looking for a shotgun, but make it cute.
love it. Well, I did pull up a story about the Vatican reveals what Pope Francis said before his death, describes his final hours, gesture of farewell. Some of Pope Francis's last words were a heartfelt expression of thanks to his personal health care assistant. The 88-year-old pontiff, who died Monday from a stroke and subsequent heart failure, grew emotional while expressing his gratitude to a nurse and his caregiver for encouraging him to take one final ride in the Popemobile on Easter shortly before his death. Do you think I can manage it? The ailing Pope asked. And then what else did he say? Anything good? 50,000 faithful were watching him. And I guess that's it.
He went in the Popemobile the day before he passed. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
A man of the people. What's cooler than the Popemobile?
Nothing. You think it has cup holders?
Definitely, Josh. I think this thing has heated and cooled seats. I think this has a massage chair in it. Ooh, this is fun. What would you have in your Popemobile?
Oh, man. I would have a soda gun.
Ooh.
Like at the bar.
Yeah,
And
nice.
then I would have grenadine, and I'm making Shirley's for the followers. Just popping out a Shirley for the sick, a Shirley for the wretched.
Yeah.
How fun would that be? What would you
so
have?
So fun. And now all that I can think of from our earlier conversation is AI. One day, Josh, you're going to think you're seeing the Pope in the Popemobile, but it's going to be a hologram. Okay? It's going to be a hologram.
How often do you use ChatGPT?
100 times a day.
Really?
ChatGPT has replaced Google for me.
Right.
If I have a question, I ask ChatGPT. And I would normally have asked Google, but okay, so it's going to show me Google Gemini, which just like shows me less than ChatGPT. Like ChatGPT is amazing. I will write, Josh, remember that email that you sent me a voice note? You know what I did? I copied the voice note, the text, I put it into ChatGPT and I said, format this for me into an email.
Oh boy.
And then what I do is I will edit the email, but it's so much easier to edit an email than to come up with an original thought. I'm using it nonstop. Like it's so like you can write, I'll use it for this. I'll write something, just thoughts that are coming out and I'll write, hey, ChatGPT, can you clean this up for me? I love it. How do you use it at all or no?
I do use it and I think it's spectacular. And I'm careful with, like, I have a Tesla, and so it's so easy when I get in the car to just, hit home and then I just go home. Like it's just directed for me. It's on that big screen, so easy. And in general, wherever I'm going, because I don't know, because technology has made me, God forbid I should waste an extra second being in traffic. Even if I'm going 2 miles away, I put in the address. So I can know, is there a street closure? Is my usual route a little bit more gridlock? Should I go around? And I've been hearing lately that people say you shouldn't do that because you're literally never engaging your brain. like directions, remembering how to get somewhere is like firing neurons and synapses.
Interesting. I mean, those people have way too much time on their hands to get lost. I'm sorry. You shouldn't be villainized for using maps, but I
just
did where I thought
all the time, they say.
Yeah, if you have a route and you know it, I totally get it. But what if you end up, there's a car crash? Do you think you can go to ChatGPT and say, check all of the various apps and let me know the fastest way home? Check Google Maps, check Waze, check Apple, and find me the best route. Ooh.
I think there's a version, I don't know, I think ChatGPT basically lives in the news cycle and all the information, but I don't know if they're checking active traffic data, but I'm sure there's an app that does that.
Oh, God. So unbelievable.
There's
there are very few instances in Manhattan, I'll never use GPS. But the second I go out of the city, I'm automatically using GPS. And I'm always, I will do anything to save a minute. I will do, honestly, if I don't save 10 minutes, Josh, from what Waze told me, if Waze said I'll be there at 12:20, if I'm not there at 12:10, I'm angry.
Right.
I'm angry.
But Pete Holmes talked about this, and I agree. I think we've mentioned this on the pod.
We have. Yeah, we have.
Which is just fuck Waze.
I know.
In the sense of you're ruining people's neighborhood to save 90 seconds.
For sure. For that, I totally get it. I use it. I think it's a little bit less at least in the areas that I go, I'm not driving through neighborhoods. Waze isn't taking me there. It's either taking me on the Cross Island or the Cross Bronx or the Arizona, or there are 100 different ways to get everywhere from the city.
Right.
You can go through Brooklyn to get to Queens to get to Long Island, or you can go through the Grand Central to get to Long Island. They're just, so we're not going through neighborhoods, but I totally agree. When Waze makes you take side streets and almost murder children running through stop signs to save a minute, it's not worth it. This episode of the Good Guys Podcast is brought to you by David Protein Bars. Guys, I am so excited that I am doing ad reads for David because let me tell you, I found David months ago and I cannot live without them. Okay. I'm always looking because I'm always hungry. You guys know I'm on the GLPs. Okay. The GLPs are it, but we get hungry and we need high protein items that don't have sugar. And that is David in a nutshell. Okay. You ready for this? 28 grams of protein, only 150 calories and no grams of sugar. I mean, you can't find a protein bar with better macros than that. And the flavors are absolutely delicious. I love the blueberry. Okay. A friend of mine told me recently about a cinnamon flavor that I'm dying to try. I haven't gotten it yet, but I'm telling you, if you need protein, if you're looking for an extra protein boost, David is it. David is the least calories for the most protein that you'll find in any bar. More protein and fewer calories help you increase muscle and decrease body fat. Don't you want that? Don't you want to be strong and less fat? Most protein bars are packed with sugar and excess calories. David bars are just different. The next time that you go into your grocery store, pick up a protein bar and look at the back. Okay, we're looking for high protein and low sugar. This is high protein and no sugar, and almost like 150 calories for 28 grams of protein. It's completely unheard of. They are really that good. They are so unbelievable. They're the best. They're absolutely the best. I have them every single day. They're great for staying full, hitting your protein goals, no added junk. None, okay? Absolutely none. Comes in iconic gold packaging, available online and at retailers. It's perfect for keeping in your bag, a quick, satisfying snack. Maybe you just had 2 hours of podcasting and need a quick snack. The David Protein Bar. As I mentioned, there are so many delicious flavors, but I love the blueberry. And look, folks, it's endorsed by fitness enthusiasts and professionals like Andrew Huberman. The Hubes. If he's endorsing it, you know it's got to be good, and it helps with muscle maintenance, recovery, and overall health. So, folks, I've been eating David's protein bars. You should be eating David protein bars. David has decided to give my listeners an exclusive offer. Buy 4 cartons and get the 5th free at davidprotein.com/goodguys. I'm telling you, you're going to run through these 5 boxes. That's davidprotein.com/goodguys to get your 5th carton free. Humans aren't perfect, but David is. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by Philadelphia Cream Cheese. If there's anyone that knows creamy, it's me. No, I'm kidding. It's Philadelphia Cream Cheese. It's extremely versatile and can be used to enhance any meal, snack, or anything in between. Philadelphia makes everything creamier. And I mean everything creamier. A dip? Delicious. You want a great substitute for creme fraiche with caviar? Yeah, you can use cream cheese. Level yourself up, folks. You want creamier macaroni and cheese? Throw in some cream cheese. Cream cheese is it. The ultimate thickener. It's absolutely fantastic. Highly recommend it. So much more than bagels with cream cheese. How basic are you? Think about Philadelphia cream cheese as a thickener to make everything more delicious and creamy. Philadelphia makes everything creamier. So visit creamcheese.com. I will never get over that URL. I'm sorry. Creamcheese.com. How cool are they? I just went to creamcheese.com and folks, the inspo is there. The inspo for your next meal is there. Desserts. We didn't even talk about desserts. How about a 3-step cheesecake? How about chocolate cookie, no bake cheesecakes? What about a chocolate pomegranate cheesecake mini or a New York style sour cream top cheesecake? The recipe inspo is endless. Philadelphia cream cheese belongs in your desserts. And why not use the king of cream cheese? Philadelphia, huh? They also have whipped cream cheese. How delicious and airy is whipped cream cheese? So delicious. Get their whipped products. Get all of their products. Philadelphia cream cheese, the undisputed king of cream cheese. Everything is creamier with Philadelphia. Visit creamcheese.com for recipe inspiration, and so you can start adding Philadelphia to your recipes at home. That's visit creamcheese.com.
Well, did you know that famed NYC restaurant Grilled Over $30 Sandwich really overrated? The venerated New York City institution Katz Delicatessen was spit roasted online over its $30 sandwich, which viewers labeled diabolical and a waste of money. Katz's is one of the oldest delis in New York. It's obviously, become very, very popular on the socials. And the backlash came in response to an X post that began in praise of the Lower East Side pastrami purveyor. The sandwich, sold for $27 in New York, is famous for its generous amount of ingredients, which is rye bread and pastrami.
I mean, this is Shonda. I don't know who wrote this review, but they must have not had it. This is an amazing sandwich. And honestly, when you think about pastrami, Josh, pastrami is a beautiful piece of meat that was prepped and stored and soaked and baked. And there's a lot of labor that goes into making amazing pastrami. I don't think that $27 is too much for a pastrami sandwich. Now, if this was just plain deli meat, of course, no good. But $27 for a pastrami sandwich, I don't have a problem with it. This is also, if you're eating a pastrami sandwich every day, Josh, if this isn't a treat for you, you're going to pass away. So
Definitely.
you should treat this as a treat, and a $27 treat once in a while, not such a big deal.
I struggle with it.
Okay.
Only because I grew up going to Katz's in the 90s before I think it had this. I mean, it truly has leveled up in the last decade because of social media, right, Ben? You'd say?
It's definitely gotten better, but it is still 100-year-old institution that has been firing for 100 years. It's now reached a level of fame that nobody could have ever seen possible for a single location, but it's been very popular.
I just don't think that. I think it's a crazy amount of money for a sandwich. I'm also not the biggest pastrami guy, but I feel like it's crushing it so hard, and it's not like they said, and because of that, we've leveled up. Like, it's the same products that they've had for 100 years, and they're wonderful and amazing. But I guess you're paying for the experience to go and be in the place where Harry Met Sally was filmed.
I think you're just paying. I really think that you're just paying for great high quality meats. Like when I think of like, if you went to a restaurant and you got a steak frites and it was on the menu for $27.99, are you balking at that? Because pastrami it's you're having a piece of meat. Like, it's sliced differently, but in terms of preparation, how long it took, I think because it's labeled a sandwich, people are like,
Sure.
oh, I'm not paying for a sandwich.
That's fair.
But like, no, it's premium meat that is always delicious and always fresh. Like, you're paying for quality control also. Like, I'd rather sure, you could go to, I'm sure a bodega has a pastrami sandwich. Like, you can go and find a $12 pastrami sandwich that has listeria and you're going to lose like a leg or
Good
something.
baby name.
So, listeria?
That could be hot.
Yeah, short, listy for short.
And it's like that Rihanna song, Listeria.
Listeria Soppers.
Listeria.
That would be a great parody.
Bum. Oh, so good. Wait, I want to see.
I was trying to think of other lines to Listeria.
Let's see. So the equivalent in LA is the number 19 at Langer's Deli, which is a pastrami sandwich with Swiss, Russian dressing, and coleslaw on double-baked Russian bread. All right?
Okay.
Wow. Fascinating. They charge $27 at Langer's. Okay. I stand corrected, and it's totally worth it.
If you go to Second Avenue Deli, if you go to Pastrami Queen, like other staples in New York City where you're going to get amazing pastrami, it's all around there. It's all in that range. And I just think that you're paying for a steak. Think about you're eating a steak. Okay? This is not a boar's head mesquite turkey. Okay?
Right.
That's not what this is. This is not I don't know, what's another brand? This is not an Oscar Mayer.
It's not a Dietz and Watson.
No.
Fair. Okay. I got you. We got you. Well, there's another one, which is my fiance wants to wear her dead husband's wedding ring when we marry. I feel like I'm in second place. Oh man. She wants to say I do while still clinging to I did. One bride-to-be's unconventional tribute to her late husband has sparked emotional fireworks before the ceremony even starts. A 30-year-old groom shared on Reddit's infamous Am I the A-hole forum last week that he's locking horns with his fiancée over one particular wedding day detail, her plan to wear her deceased husband's wedding ring on a chain around her neck as they tie the knot this fall.
I have absolutely no problem with this, and the guy's got to get a life. Like,
Totally.
like burying a husband at 30, God forbid. How horrendous is that? Like, let her do
Now say that like I know.
Yeah.
Do it.
How easy is that?
No, how horrendous is that?
How horrendous is that? So
Terrible.
just terrible. And like, you're threatened by a dead guy? Get over it.
Totally.
Pussy.
Loser.
Ugh.
You are the a-hole, sir.
Yeah.
Should we get to his speak pipe?
Yeah.
If you want to get advice, ask us questions, go to speakpipe.com/goodguys. Keep it brief. Brevity is key. I can't stress that enough. Let's hear from V.
Wow. Mysterious.
Let's hear from Listeria Brown. No. Here we go from V.
Hi, Josh and Ben. Avid listener here from upstate New York. I'm looking for some advice. So for the last 15 years, I've been an avid restaurateur, server, bartender, host, cook, all of that, manager. And after 10 years of being in my job, I was let go unfairly, which was totally proven. We had new management turnover. They cleaned house, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, so after 6 months of trying to find another job, I finally had found one that I've been at for a year now, and I love it. I have a lot of creative freedom. I have a lot of freedom in general. Things are really great. I'm a manager for the place, and I really pretty much run the whole place. It's a small business. But unfortunately, I do not make enough money. I'm a single mom, and it's hard for me as it is to keep up with all of my demands as a single mom. But my loyalty to my bosses, I love them so much. They really are supportive and help me out. But because the business is so small, we don't make a lot of profit. They can't really afford to pay me what I should be paid. And they are aware of that. But I just don't know what to do. I don't know whether to try to find another job or stick out my loyalty and try to keep helping to make the business better and hope that maybe they could pay me better one day. I'm not sure what to do. So any advice would be helpful. Thank you.
I don't think that you should be loyal to these people. You've been there for 6 months. It's really nice that you have that relationship with them, but ultimately you're an employee, and it's really nice to have great relationships with your employers, but not if they're taking advantage of you. And in the end of the day, if you're a single mom, you need to be paid your fair wage. And restaurants are tough. I wouldn't go to a small restaurant like for the next one. If you can, it would be really great. Like go find a chain. Like you mentioned that you're like you love doing everything in a restaurant. I know it might not be like the greatest thrill to like work at Yard House, but like if you work at Yard House, you can be the manager of a Yard House, then you can be the manager of 10 Yard Houses, then you can be the manager of a district of Yard Houses. Like there's true growth, but I just like the path it seems that you're on is okay, manager, okay, opening your own restaurant. And everything that I've heard about that, Josh, let me know if you've heard differently, is that that's a nightmare. Total. That is a time suck. That is a money pit. That is not a way to support a family. It's like a once in a lifetime hit that you become a major food group or you become a Tao group or you become one of those. It's more often than not, you go out of business or you spend a ton of money and just float. So I would look for a more corporate management job in a restaurant that has true growth potential. And it's really nice to be loyal to these people. But in the end of the day, if they stopped getting customers in their door, they'd fire you. So if they could fire you, then you could quit, if that makes sense.
I've got 3 words for you. OnlyFans, the ultimate side hustle.
Yeah, that works too.
I mean, yeah. I do believe, I completely agree with Ben. In addition, I will say, I do believe in doing right by people who do right by you. So if you feel like your bosses have been great and really supportive and maybe they just don't have the dough to pay you enough right now, it's worth it if there's like a feasible side job where you can make enough to get by. But agreed with Ben, like I've seen so many people where all of a sudden the business got better and somehow they've rationalized why they still can't pay you. So
yeah, I don't know. Like even just, I wish that loyalty doesn't come in 6 months. That's all I'm trying to say. If she came to us and said that she's been there for 6 years, she loves them so much, they're like family. Like you're still in the honeymoon phase, okay? Like I don't know. I would find a new job. But I hear what Josh is saying too. It's nice to, karma's a real thing. Be nice to people and good things will happen to you. But these people need to pay you what you're worth. Otherwise, they should hire somebody more junior that has less experience where the wage makes sense.
Word up. Next one from Haley.
Hey, good guys. I'm Haley from Connecticut. Thanks for keeping a chill podcast and not taking life too serious. We all really appreciate that. My question for today is my husband and I at the age of 30 decided that he would get a vasectomy. We have 3 kiddos And it's been about 3 years since his vasectomy, and I'm really feeling like I'm not quite done and want another baby. We've been chatting about it, and he says, I don't know about a fourth. I really think he's just scared to get the reversal. What are you guys' thoughts? Should he get one or no?
What's the fear in getting a reversal? Also, a vasectomy at 30. You guys must be pounding away.
They have 3 kids already.
No, I know, but like, holy smokes. I just don't think I've heard of somebody getting a vasectomy at 30. That's all. But good for him. Good for you guys. I think that ultimately it takes 2 to tango. And if he's comfortable at 3, I think that 3 is a lovely number. And but if you can afford 4, I don't know. This is up to you. How the hell am I supposed to give you advice? What are you, nuts?
I've heard, I just asked ChatGPT, I've heard the reversal is painful.
It's painful
I don't blame
long term.
him.
Tell me how. Walk me through it.
Well, I think the initial vasect is just removing, they're just removing a little piping. It's just a little pipe. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just kind of taking like a little bit of the highway in between these 2 exits so that there's no straight path for whatever. Even though recently I heard someone complaining that like her friends who've had vasectomies, like their relationships went to pot because it changed something in the man and his hormones. That's not true. That's fake news. It doesn't affect her hormones at all. It's just kind of taking the pipe away from where the baby part, where the seed part comes from. So
got it. So you need to lay down new pipe. I always thought that
reattaching pipe.
That sounds incredibly painful. I always thought that the term tubes tied literally referred to
that's women.
Like you basically. Oh yeah, that's not men.
Olivia couldn't even hold back.
Whoa!
Oh Ben,
whoa!
You
don't shoot! Don't shoot!
You
don't shoot!
Little cub.
Don't
we
shoot!
Love you.
Don't shoot. I'm just saying, okay, why can't you tie he has this nice tube as well. Why can't you just crack the hose? Why do you have to remove a part of the hose? Why don't you just crack the hose?
That's what they're doing. Have you ever seen a cracked hose? It looks painful as shit.
Yeah, but it's less painful to straighten the hose than it is to redo the hose.
Tubes died. Oh my God.
Don't shoot.
It's hysterical, Ben, because you are so smart and you are so seasoned in so many things. And you just have these cute little sheltered moments in their coyote.
I do. I haven't had my tubes tied. That said, that people have been telling me that the amount of dates, I'm eating 5 dates a day. Josh, I don't know if I told you, I'm obsessed with dates. They told me that it's really great for fertility. And I had to tell them that I am not a woman.
I don't know. Look, you have 3 kids. You're young. You guys decided to have the vasectomy. I'm going to air, and I don't usually team dude here, and it's his body, his choice. And if he doesn't want to get another surgery and reverse it, like I count your blessings with 3 beautiful kids. Like I kind of get it.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen, sister. Don't let him tie those tubes or untie them.
Should we get to our What Are You Nuts?
Yes.
Our What Are You Nuts moment of the week are our gripes with people, places, and things, both big and small, whatever's sticking in your craw. Ben, you want to go first?
So I just mentioned, Josh, I teased that I'm obsessed with dates right now, okay? I discovered Nature's Candy. These dates, okay? I know I'm late to the party. These dates, these Medjool dates, holy smokes, do they taste delicious. Unbelievable, okay? And I know, before you jump all over me, they're caloric. There's a lot of sugar in them.
No, but
they don't spike your sugar.
Blood sugar, right?
Correct. They don't spike. But I get it. It's a lot of dates. That said, these things are delicious and sweet. I told people, Josh, that I'm eating dates. They said, oh my God, you have to bacon wrap your dates. Oh my God, you have to stuff them with peanut butter and dip them in chocolate. How fat are you bastards? What are you, nuts? Like, just enjoy this beautiful, is it a fruit? Is a date a fruit? Is it a nut? What is it? It's a nut? I don't even know how you describe a date, but enjoy Nature's Candy, okay? That's like me saying that I started falling in love with strawberries. Oh, you have to dip them in chocolate. No, I don't. What are you, nuts? Stop being such a fat fatty and making everything unhealthy. Dates are delicious. Enjoy them plain.
Okay. Fair enough. Dates are delicious. Not going to fight you on that one. My What Are You Nuts is recently, and I can't believe I never get invited, but it is my dream to one day go to WrestleMania. And it just happened over the weekend in beautiful Las Vegas. And John Cena wound up winning WrestleMania. And so later I see press conference with John Cena where he talks about him winning WrestleMania. Press conference, like you do after a sporting event.
Yeah.
Except this sport is scripted.
Yeah.
What are you, nuts?
Yeah.
I'm not going to treat you like an athlete, dog. You knew you were going to win.
It's completely nuts. So how deep did you need to dig to win that fight? It was written.
Yes. And no shit on WWE. I love it. These guys are true athletes, but it's sports entertainment.
No, post game, it's actually hysterical. It is a real What Are You Nuts. The post game should be with the writers. Like they should be asking the writers, like, so how did you think of that ending, and why did you pick Cena to win? Not
Right.
like how did you act out what the writers wrote for you? What are you, nuts?
But I'm telling you, these writers are going to be a bunch of finger sniffers and air monarchs and cargo pants. And you're like, so Phil, how did you come up with that? And he's like, well, in between World of Warcraft, I thought.
Right after I cleaned the cum off my gym shorts. I decided Cena would be a great comeback.
Right after I ate some insulation from my garage wall. Let's end it there, Ben.
I can't wait for an army of writers to come after us. Folks, this episode is 5 stars. Otherwise, what are you, nuts? Listen to us wherever you get your podcasts. Watch us on YouTube. Share our clips, Instagram and TikTok. Mondays and Thursdays, folks. We will see you next time.